In order to defeat the evil Heartless and rescue Bloodhaven, Dick Grayson will have no choice but to face his inner fears. What will happen next? Well, let's hop into the pages of Nightwing issue number 116, a continuation of the Fall of Grayson storyline, and find out what happens next together, shall we? So then, picking up directly from where the last issue left off, Dick had been arrested and framed for the many murders created by Heartless, and in a very clever bit of writing, the local press begin to grill Commissioner Maggie Sawyer about Dick Grayson's connections to all of these crimes. And I say this is clever because Tom Taylor actually does a really great job here, reiterating multiple big plot points from throughout his Nightwing run since the very beginning, and when he does actually stack them all side by side, you start to realize as an outsider looking in, Dick Grayson has in fact actually been acting pretty suspiciously. For starters, the corrupt cops of Bloodhaven actually did look into Dick very early on as being a possible suspect behind the Heartless murders. Dick was actually one of the last people to talk to one of Heartless's, the homeless encampment that Heartless burned the first time that we actually saw him captured on film. Dick was nowhere to be found at the time. Then it was Dick Grayson's own foundation that rebuilt the encampment, before it too ultimately ended up coming under attack by Blockbuster. Blockbuster, who was murdered by Heartless, and Blockbuster, who was pictured not long before with Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon. Throw in the fact that the murdered former police commissioner had paperwork linking Dick to Blockbuster, as well as the mayor of this very city changing her last name to Grayson, and suddenly there seems to be a lot of red flags being raised. Of course, the easiest answer to all of these questions is no, Dick isn't Heartless, he's actually Nightwing. That's why he's been wrapped up in all of this from the beginning. The only problem is Dick can't come out and say those things. And speaking of Dick, when he comes to in the hospital head full of morphine, he knows damn well he has to escape because Heartless actually did discover his secret identity at the end of the previous issue, and it's only a matter of time before he comes for him. Thankfully, this means that Dick's friends and allies in the superhero community won't have to mount a rescue mission, though in a very fun bit of writing, we see Barbara is talking to literally everyone from the Justice League to the Bat Family to the Titans. And because Dick is so damn beloved in the superhero community, they were all ready to ride at dawn to rescue him in this situation. And you know, that's just gotta warm your heart, right? Hell, Dick is such a good guy that when he strolls back into Barbara's half dead, he doesn't worry about himself. He only asks if the journalist that Heartless murdered had a family. The next question, of course, becomes how the hell are they gonna clear Dick Grayson's name and reveal the true Heartless once and for all? Again, Barbara brings up the fact that probably the easiest way out of this problem would be for Dick Grayson to go public with his secret identity as Nightwing. Obviously, Dick can't do that because he knows full well once the world knows who he is, it's only a matter of time before they figure out who the rest of the Bat Family is. And, you know, the last time his secret identity got outed to the world, he had to go underground as a whole secret agent, and I mean, we're not going to retread that ground again, are we? In another heartwarming little twist there, Barbara says they just wanted to run that idea past him because before he had even arrived, Batman and the other members of the Bat Family agreed that they would happily out themselves to the world if it meant saving Dick. But, you know, still probably pretty happy that it doesn't have to come to that. It's not all bad news, though. Bruce had run some tests on Dick's blood, and he finally has some answers as to why Nightwing is seemingly so afraid of heights. It appears that at some point during the past, Heartless had managed to drug Dick with a modified version of the Scarecrow poison. The weird part is that the poison should have worked its way out of Dick's system a long time ago, meaning that whatever this fear of heights is, it's probably more psychosomatic than it is anything else. It also means that if Dick is going to fix this problem and finally challenge Heartless face to face for the fate of Bloodhaven, he's going to have to leave for a bit, go on a personal quest, and come back when he's ready to fight. But where is Dick Grayson going? Well, he's returning to the man who helped him face his fear of heights a long time ago. Yeah, you see, all throughout this series, we've been getting fun little cutaways to Dick's early time in the circus, particularly a time that he fell off the trapeze and was too scared to get back on. Well, it seems that back in those days, Dick was actually helped along by another famous trapeze artist turned superhero, Boston Brand, the man who would be Deadman. Brand really looked up to the Flying Graysons and was brought in to replace Dick in the show when he was having his own crisis of faith, and he agreed to actually stick around and help the kid. Also, two little notes, I love that Dick is wearing a gray ghost shirt in this panel, and also Boston Brand says, hey kid, you can get away with a lot in life just being a handsome guy in a tight-fitting costume. And so Dick Grayson hits the road, a fugitive from the law, who will need to travel smart if he hopes to escape Bloodhaven unseen. For one, he he takes on the moniker of Robert Malone, probably the son of Matches Malone. B and the Cross Key Pirates are nice enough to help him escape the city via boat, wherein he can get to Europe. From there, he catches a train before renting a car in Portugal and making his way to the mountains of Tibet, for it is in the mountains of Tibet there lies a secret hidden city of great magical power. The city of Nanda Parbat, where no one ever dies, home to Deadman, who is actually not nearly as dead as we thought he was following the events of Night Terrors. But, you know, no one liked or remembered that story, so it's fine. Boston also has a great little comedy spiel for Dick when he comes in through the door. Hey man, you just can't come through the front door of a magic monastery. You're supposed to pass out close to the door and the monks bring you in, and then you wake up all bleary-eyed and you see me standing over you and you ask, oh no, am I dead? And then you go, no, there's only one dead man here and it's me. You kids today with your advanced cardio and no respect for classic storytelling tropes. Nightwing better hurry up with this mission of self-discovery and soon too, because back in Bloodhaven things go from bad to worse. Heartless takes over every screen in the city and broadcasts a message of death and destruction. He also claims to be Dick Grayson, and that every seemingly good thing the Alfred Pennyworth Foundation did was actually part of a much more evil scheme to embed Heartless's own agents at every level of society and government. He then also threatens to kill a beloved parent every hour unless the Titans evacuate the city and ASAP, before eventually calling out Nightwing for a duel, even though he knows full well that Nightwing and Dick are the same person. And with the original Nightwing gone and the city in need, it looks like they're going to have to find themselves a villain, and oh man, do they find themselves a doozy as Bruce Wayne dons the Nightwing costume himself, saying, hey, Dick's done it for me several other times in the past, might as well pay it forward. And so that was Nightwing issue number 116, everybody, and once again, this big finale series from Tom Taylor continues to heat up. I love getting to see all the connective tissue to previous volumes. It really shows that Taylor has been thinking about this series for a long time, how it all connects and how eventually it's gonna end. I love getting to see that Dick and Boston Brand actually had a pre-existing relationship from their time in the circus, and I dig that Nightwing had more than one teacher that helped him on his way to becoming this big-time hero. It's also pretty awesome to see that Dick Grayson is so beloved in the superhero community that the second he gets in trouble, everyone is willing to throw it all on the line if it means saving him. Likewise, how cool is it to see Batman forced to don the Nightwing costume for a change? I don't think that's ever happened, and I'm honestly surprised it's taken a writer this long to play that card. Overall, I think I'd feel comfortable giving this one an 8.5 out of 10. This is good stuff, and I can't wait to see how it all ends up shaking out. Hey there everyone, it's your pal Cape Joel again, and if you're seeing my face right now, that means you watched to the end of the video, and I'll always be grateful for that. Retention helps in this crazy YouTube game, and so does becoming a patron. If you head on down to the description, you can find a link to my Patreon page. Recently just redid all the tiers, a lot of cool stuff offering up there, exclusive commentaries, exclusive polls, behind the scenes concept art for Capes and Quest. That's the brand new D&D show I've started soon. Never been a better time to become a patron. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month and help the channel grow and, you know, help me continue to deliver content like what you just saw. So I want to thank you all, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.